Southern. Hello rail fans, we're in Macon, Georgia. It's on a Saturday afternoon late, it's after 6 o'clock. We had been in Locust Grove when we got up this morning, saw some trains there, did some videos, and then went to the Southeastern Railway Museum in Duluth. We decided to come on back down here, and we wasn't really sure what we was going to do, but when we got into Macon, we decided to look around and see if we couldn't find some spots to do some rail fanning. And these tracks run on, I know it's Norfolk Southern, and that's the big hub. We're not too far from their yard, but at the same time, the Brosnan yard. At the same time, I don't know mileage markers, I don't know any of that in this area. And we were happened to be at a kind of a civic center type place, and I spotted this place here, and was about to pack up and just go on and look for other places when I happened to hear a horn blow. We come back up and happened to see this one way down there, so we decided to get the shot. This train is actually going to cross Riverside Drive, and it'll go down a grade and follow the river, and it'll ultimately go on up through Jackson, Locust Grove, Stockbridge, Jonesboro, heading to Atlanta. I couldn't get the shot of it going across the street trestle. There is a street trestle right there at that right behind that building, but when you go on to the left of this train about another 150 feet, there is a trestle that goes across the road. It'll be in a video. Actually, we shot a video on Sunday morning, and I showed that trestle in there. This is the trestle that that train went over that just passed. This is Sunday morning, and we found a service road that goes up a hill, and it actually goes right by this track. It was a good spot. The only thing is, the trains coming from the north do not blow the horn because there's no crossings since it's coming down by the river. I kept looking in this direction. This is looking north, and I kept telling my wife, we got to keep our eye out on this direction because they will not be blowing a horn. And we were considering whether to move because we had missed two trains that went straight across the trestle. You'll be able to see one in a little bit, but all you can see is the very top of it. So this is a train that's coming down from the Jackson Locust Grove track, and it's coming and it will cross this trestle. you can hear the flanges grinding on the track. It almost sounds like bearings has gone bad, but it's not. This wheel's rubbing against that side, and this train's a long train, and it's got a steep grade. You cannot tell really. It looks flat from here, but it's really a steep grade because the river, this is elevated, and the river is down low. We had backed the truck all the way up to here, and we're 20 feet above the cars down on the pavement from where we're at. And I keep saying trestle. This trestle they're going over goes over a street. It actually is Riverside Drive. And just beyond it, where that microwave tower is about where MLK Junior Drive is. You can see the cars on the street down there, so you can tell how much higher we are than the street. You can also see in the mirror of that building the trains going by. This is Sunday morning, and we was glad to see this train. We was about to think we're snake bit. We saw two trains that were on the other track that would have gone across the Mulga River, and my wife said, well, I think we need to move and see if we can't find how to get a location around on that other track. And we were just about considering that, and I was about to hop down out of the truck and happened to see this one coming up the hill. And so we had time to get things going again, and this train is headed in, and it will go into Brosnan Yard. As most of you can tell, I don't script what I'm going to say on these videos. I just relive the moment as I'm doing the editing. Scripting would be fine. I'm not against that at all. It's just I'm really an amateur at this, but I enjoy trains. Enjoy talking about trains, watching trains, anything about trains. So we appreciate y'all that watch our videos and have subscribed, and those who like the videos, be sure to hit that like button. It does help the algorithm so that more people can see it, get more views. So we do appreciate you. My wife, bless her heart, wears hearing aids, and she has already taken those hearing aids out of her ears. And if I'd have got the camera down a little slower, you'd have probably saw her covering her ears up. It's a tough sound, but it's something that man can get right through you. That sound just goes right through you. In our search to find the other track, we happened to find a business that had a big parking lot, and right behind that that big office building is a river walk. We took the tripod and camera down this river walk, and we actually went past the trestle, but the view from that side, because of the sun, was what we preferred, but it was just too much vegetation in the way, so we came back to this side, and I just positioned my camera behind the shadow of that big concrete light pole. And here comes a Norfolk Southern, just like the three that came before it. Down past that arch, we had made it down there, and I was looking at the vegetation and to see where I could find the shot would be the best from that side because of the sun, and the scanner went off with the engineer calling back to dispatch, and all of a sudden the guy come up out of the bushes, and he actually had a tent and was actually sleeping down there. And I'm not sure if he thought it was the law or what he thought, but from then on he stayed watch over his camp, but we had already skedaddled back over here to this side of the bridge because of the view. And I hope we didn't wake him up on his Sunday morning sleep. I set up in the shadow of that concrete pole, but put it over closer to the rail so that we didn't see the rail, could see the river a little better. And so I moved it back into the shadow of the pole, and I'm sure that me and my wife will go back to Macon pretty soon, and this is going to be one of the locations that I'll return to. But next time I'll be right there at that bridge, and I want to get a shot where you're looking not vertical but pretty close to vertical up at the train as it's coming across. There's also another place. You kind of have to park on a gas station parking lot to do it, but there's also a street trestle that this train's going over before it gets to here, and it's going across Riverside Drive too. But there's a really neat place over there that you could get a shot of these trains on that track. But again, it would be on the gas station property. That archway that you see underneath the Trestle Bridge is actually made to keep pea gravel and stuff from falling down on you if you happen to be walking under it when a train comes by. It does have a metal roof that extends out beyond the railroad bridge on both directions for people who walk along this walkway. All the trains that we've seen today actually traveled on this exact same track. He's coming out of the yard, and I'm not sure if he's going straight across the river or if he's going to go north up to Jackson, Locust Grove way. Considering the intermodal freight that he's got on there, I would make a bet that he's probably going up back to Atlanta. But we couldn't, we've had a hard time trying to find engine numbers and load numbers. It's just been a hard time with our scanner to hear what we need to hear to know where they're coming from, which we know they're coming from Brosnan Yard, but where they're going to when they leave here. Saturday afternoon, when we after we filmed that first train, we went down this same street, Hazel Street, and we actually went down and actually found Brosnan Yard. And it's an old industrial complex, a lot of old buildings that are now empty, and there's there's a big grain operation that's now sitting empty. There is a spooky looking building that is an elevator of some sort, and it has two distinguishing features on there that look like silos that was built up in there. When I saw it from a long distance, I told my wife I would have chills to think about having to go inside that thing. I mean, and work when it was a real viable business back in the day. Now it's probably full of ghosts and of the people who fell to their deaths. So I've inserted a picture so you can see this building I'm talking about. That, friends, is a spooky building. As always, we want to say thank you for watching to the end, and we appreciate you. Like I say, don't forget to like these videos and share them. Tell people about it, because we certainly do appreciate it. And so, until next time, we'll see you then. Thanks.